Hello, good to see you. Welcome to the Pulpit, a preacher's guide to impactful living. I believe it's important we establish the objective of this discussion and why you must prepare your mind and your heart to listen and to follow the discourse that will be made on this channel and on this topic. We know fully well and we are aware with the word pulpit, but on this video is to bring the knowledge and the understanding of what pulpit is and what is our role when it comes to living on this pulpit or living with this pulpit. It's said to be a preacher's guide to impactful living. That's this discussion, a guide where you'll be guided, you will be preserved, at least to an extent, where you need your hand to be held and to be led to where you're supposed to be. You will gain such. We classify this discussion to be educational, to be inspirational, and also spiritual. More also, on this conversation today, we're dealing with the origin of pulpit. So you begin to understand where this term pulpit came from. Why is it being used? How is it part of our lives that consciously and unconsciously we function in this without even knowing? This is to also help you understand that in most cases we begin to feel or see or think that a pulpit is what is being structured or built by architect in various buildings, religious buildings, or any other lecture room. But beyond that, we will be seeing the deeper meaning to what pulpit is all about. But in a nutshell, I want to rule a line on this, that pulpit is beyond the structure. Pulpit is your life. But let's go down to understanding the origin of the word pulpit. And we'll move from there to understand the meaning in English language of the word pulpit. While in that meaning, there are keywords in English that we're going to be underlining and keywords in the origin of the word pulpit that we would underline and buttress on it a little bit. Further from there, we will be looking at the word pulpit if it's found in the Bible and understand why in the Bible. Then later we'll be discussing to conclude in this Bible the context of the word pulpit. What is the meaning of that word? And you know, the Bible in the Old Testament, where we're going to be looking at, is believed to have been written in Hebrew. So we'll be understanding the Hebrew meaning of the word pulpit to conclude in this first episode. What is the origin of the word pulpit? Now, pulpit is originated from the Latin word pulpitium, which means a scaffold or a platform, right? What is the English meaning of the word pulpit? It says it is a raised and enclosed platform in a church or a chapel from which one preacher delivers sermon. Follow closely. 6 keywords and phrase we should underline in this explanation. 1. It says it's a raised, enclosed, something covered, a platform, a place to stand, right? And a church. In this context, the church in this context is a building. It means a building, right? It means a building. But beyond just the building, the church in its original essence is not physical building. It's a person, it's a people, it is you. and it is me. That is the meaning of a church. Yeah, because at a point Jesus would tell Peter that on this rock I will build my church and the gate of hell will not prevail. Right? On you, in you, on you I will build my church. So everyone is actually a church of Jesus Christ. But in the context of this meaning from the Oxford Dictionary is actually depicting the meaning of what a structure, a building. That's why I say the church or a chapel, from which a preacher is a key word there, which has to do with a person and delivers a sermon. So the importance of a pulpit is to deliver a sermon. That's the end goal. That's the whole essence of having a pulpit, right? So when we go down from understanding what the English dictionary has to say about pulpit, let's see what the pulpit is. Pulpit found in the Bible. Pulpit is the word pulpit found in the Bible. Yes, when you read Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse 4, you will see that Ezra the scribe stood upon a pulpit. That's the only scripture in the entire Bible that has the word pulpit, right? Then you will understand that the Hebrew meaning of the word pulpit in the context of this scripture we read is expressed as a noun, which means it's called migdal, meaning a tower. So from the whole perspective here and the whole summary of what we're having here, it is obviously clear that when you talk about pulpit, you are talking about elevating someone, a preacher, to a plane that seems to be higher than where he or she was. Oh yes, follow me as we conclude. Understand that a pulpit is a raised. Raised is to be elevated, right? Even in Latin, it said is a platform, is a scaffold. This is all about earthly representation that should give you at least a sense of what truly a pulpit is all about. So a pulpit is about lifting you above where you are to a plane that is more higher, so that you can be able to execute what is called delivering a sermon. A sermon is a message. A message can be an expression of an idea, a vision, a talent, a gift, and whatever it is that makes you you, or that will make you who you need to be upon the face of the earth. So what does that mean? That coming to this term is to help you understand that beyond the earthly structure, you see, this earthly structure is connoting and depicting the true essence of your living and of your existence. So if you walk with me on this journey, you will begin to understand the importance of pulpit to your life and in your life. So if you walk in this light, you will understand that this is all about putting you above you and above everything that is around you and above everything that is confronting your life. You see, until you come up to a plane that is beyond where you are now, you will not be able to see things in better perspective and to address things the way they ought to be addressed. So pulpit is a platform, is a stage, is an elevated upland, is a tower that you are to stand on to express your giftings, express your talent, express what you know gives you joy and happiness in life. So every life is a pulpit. Every life also has a pulpit to stand upon. Irrespective of what you do, where you are, whatever you stage out to do, it's a pulpit you are setting yourself on to express who you are. So how you begin to take advantage of this pulpit depends on your personal attachment and knowledge and understanding of what pulpit is all about. So this is the origin and the term pulpit, I believe, and I want you to understand to begin to follow. This is just from the books. We got this meaning from the books available to us, and from here we'll begin to go deeper to understand much more better what pulpit is all about. Pulpit is the stage you stand on to impact this world. And I'm going to be reaching you in the next video to further buttress on the concept of pulpit. That will be the next video, the concept of pulpit. And there we'll be talking more until we'll come to the particular aspect that I know will be fruitful and helpful to you in many ways. But this discourse, I know it has enriched and helped you. Please do ensure you like, share, and tell somebody about this. This is the origin of the word pulpit. And see you in the next video as we discuss on the concept of pulpit. And you will be much more enlightened. Thank you. Share, like, and comment.